Yeah, it's been my FJTV. So I'm going to get straight into this one because I started to record for a couple of minutes. And then it's my own fault. I'm recording when the weather is reasonably nice. At the park, I record videos in. The car park's busy. And I just feel the energy around me where it's just really distracting and off-putting when I want to, and not even just what I want to, what I know I need to be doing, where it's just focus on this video, channel my energy into it. The notes I've got to my left, put it out there for the video that, like I said, it's been a couple of weeks since my last video. And obviously in the grand cosmic scheme of things, you know, in a few months down the line, if someone was just to scroll on the channel, it's not going to make a difference between the last video and this video in terms of the time. But me being me, and I've said it already on the channel, as much as it's quality over quantity, I know there's nothing stopping me making daily content at the very bare minimum, you know, every couple of days, every week minimum. But like I said, a couple of weeks have passed, and I'll quickly touch on, because first and foremost, something I'll do my best to hold myself to, and something that I went against, and I'll get to that. But anything you know, do or do not, there is no try. So instead of saying try to manifest, anything that I am manifesting, anything that I visualize, and I know it's a case of just bringing it into the physical realm from the thought realm. And again, without getting on that tangent, but anytime I do that, I know there's no point telling people. This is the same reason why for years not told anyone about this YouTube channel, and this month it'll be 2 years I'll have been on YouTube, which feels mad to say, but in the same breath, at the same time, the time was always going to pass regardless, and that's something I've known for a long time. That's something I say, you know, with the semen retention and counting the days, something I say with the gym, keeping on a human level, bruv, just working out and just training. The time will pass regardless, yeah? So it's all, same way I made a video, day one or one day, yeah? But again, moving on from that. So yeah, nearly been on YouTube 2 years, purposely not telling anyone because I know the proof is in the pudding, yeah? It's up to me to work and graft at something, keep working at it, and naturally, what I am in the process of doing, it will all manifest and it will all play out the way it was going to play out anyway. And as much as I don't get too tied up on the idea of like fate or destiny, I can see the synchronicities where there may be. But ultimately, I understand I'm here to experience this life journey. So again, without waffling any further, as I was saying, over the last couple of weeks, you know, things going on in my personal life. And I sort of said to myself, I don't want to be constantly just saying everything going on in my life on a YouTube video for a multitude of reasons, but ultimately it's because I was about to say spitting facts because that's on my notes next to me, but literally, bruv, yeah, I don't want to be the one that's saying this and then this happens or whatever. And again, without being too cryptic, without talking in tangents, ultimately, like I said, a couple of weeks have gone by. I said to myself, see, there's a girl going past, and the part of my brain is like, look, because I saw a slight reflection in the mirrors, but I'm not going to, yeah. We don't need to be focusing on, I was going to say female attraction, not female attraction, women. But anyway, as I was saying, still distracting me because I said it out loud. But anyway, like I said, the last few weeks, things going on. I understand I'm on this, yeah, spiritual journey, but just life in general. This journey in general. And again, like I said, I know I'm sort of rambling a little bit. I don't want to back myself in a corner with that. But basically, last 2 weeks, things going on. I said to myself, you know what? Focus on what's within my control. Shout out Jason from the RKX YouTube channel. I always shout him out because of the wisdom. When he talks about us being in a simulation, he talks about breaking pattern. And we know what's going on with the artificial intelligence. We know what's going on with the Agent Smiths and the quote-unquote evil in this realm and whatever. I don't even need to dwell on that. But that's something, again, in the last 2 weeks, I was breaking pattern. Like here and there, and then with training. And I happily admit I wasn't as consistent with my training. And again, for a reason that I've just remembered to bring it full circle on that point. I dared to put myself out there again on the internet for potentially the world to see when I was talking about, obviously, I'm a professional fighter. I understand how that's going to go anyway. But when I was saying April 20th, a day after my 27th birthday, I was supposed to fight, supposed to have my first amateur Muay Thai fight, as much as that may sound contradictory to saying I am a professional fighter and then I'm saying amateur. But if you know, you know, and I've already said it, so cool, I don't need to drag it on when I'm 5 minutes in. Fight fell through. Not even the fight, bruv, because the card went ahead anyway. People had the fights anyway. But they didn't find me an opponent in time. Is what it is. And the same way, it's easy for me to quick to be like, oh, well, the next card is this date or brrr. But ultimately, that sort of clicked in my mind of like, this is the exact reason why for years, and like I mentioned with the YouTube channel, I don't tell people things and I don't say things. Obviously, when I'm putting myself on the internet, it's for different reasons and the topics I'm talking about, and you already know if you subscribe to the channel. But this was again a reason why, like I say, talk is cheap. Yeah, well, we can all see the reality of is concrete facts. Yeah, so again, I put that to one side, but ultimately, I already said at the time, I'm a little tantrum, as much as I'm kind of being facetious and kind of bantering when I say that, but I genuinely was pissed off. But I understand, okay, cool, whatever's meant to be, you know, it's going to happen anyway. As much as I don't dwell on, like I said, destiny and fate and whatnot, but whatever's going to happen is going to happen, yeah. I can only go off what's in my control, and that was out of my control, bruv, yeah. Getting me a fight, whatever. All that was in my control was training, and I did, and I stuck to my training. As soon as it was like, okay, I'm not on the card, and the weekend of that passed, I slacked off a little bit of my training. As I said, my little sort of, not even tantrum, but I was just like, meh. Well, that was kind of like anticlimactic. And then feeling shit that, oh, great, I've put it on a YouTube channel. Great, someone who found my YouTube channel and my Instagram, and you know who you are, bro, who messaged me and wished me good luck, as well as people in my personal life, again, that I told. And obviously, I appreciate the love regardless. But then I feel shit 'cause it's like, great, I've told people I'm fighting and I'm not. And I said it to one of my boys, and I was like, I probably look like a dickhead. And he was like, nah. He's like, you don't, like, at the end of the day, it fell through. Like, and then his words, again, as I always say, I don't need anyone to big me up. I don't need anyone to tell me basically what I already know about myself, what I'm already thinking in here. And I say, okay, I need to embody this energy. But when a man's saying to me, he's like, yeah, I know you can handle yourself anyway. So I was looking forward to watching you fight myself. But hey, man, let me know when you do get one scheduled. And again, it's like, salute. I appreciate the love, nothing but love. Big them up. Wish them nothing but the best and success in their own life. And we keep it stepping. So cool. That's like 7 minutes gone again. I'm not even going to say I apologise for dragging this one out. If you can sit through my videos, then it's because the wisdom is there. Sometimes it is a case of I have to set the foundation, and then I can get to what I need to be saying. So cool, as I said, a couple of weeks have gone by. I've got other things going in my life, and I thought, you know what, I don't need to be saying too much on YouTube, even if it's a case of recapping things and it's a blip in time. But one thing I'll quickly say is I make it on my notes, and I've got notes next to me, so I kind of keep looking down to my left. But also, aside from that, this big ass book, yeah. I thought that was someone else that walked past there. I was going to say Agent Smith, but this big ass book, yeah, filled with pages where literally for the whole page, I've seen my notes on the other side of that. It's not blank, although that would be funny, wouldn't it? Got my notes, but there's nothing on there. And literally the whole page, I write down the date, I even write down the time, and then any thoughts that come to me. And I've been doing that for months now. That book is from May 2023. But even from 2022, tracking my days. I think I spoke about it in other YouTube videos, but quickly to say it in this one, you know, tracking literally everything I do for the day. The food I eat, the training, meditating. And I've already said it, tracking my, you know, the days on semen retention. As much as it's not a case of it's like, I'm on day 27, now I'm on day 41, now I'm on day 88, I'm nearly on day 90. As I said, bro, we transmute the energy, yeah, but it's still helpful to know. And then I can look back on older times where I have made notes of where I was on certain streaks. And then I can see where things go. I can see where, oh, I started to do this. Then I missed a training session. Then I linked up with this person, which meant I was drinking this. Or then I linked up with these group of friends. So then I'm doing this behaviour. Then I was, shit man, I'll say, not even just straight up SR relapsing, but relapsing with the idea of no FAP. And then I'm just edging, and then I'm thinking, oh, well, as long as I don't break my SR streak, and brrr, then a week later you have a wet dream or something. But then for that week, you was maybe thinking, oh, I'm on a high vibe, and I'm meditating, and brrr, and I'm training, but then it still happens. So this was, again, something for my own personal sanity, if you like, as well, where tracking everything, writing down my thoughts, and every now and then when I look back in this book, and I read older excerpts, I think that's the right phrase, of the book, and I can see where I was at that moment in time and things going on. But again, I know I'm waffling a little bit. I'm nearly at 10 minutes, bruv, yeah. I don't want to drag this one on and be a long video. I'm going to go train in a minute. So cool, we'll get straight into it because I've kind of made the point I wanted to make, that I felt shit that I put myself out there, that yeah man, I'm going to fight, and then it falls through, so then I feel like a dickhead, and then it's on the shorts. But the same way I said I'm a professional fighter, I am a professional fighter, yeah? And the same way I'm 27 years old, bruv, and I don't care the negative devil's advocate or whoever may or may not see this or may not think whatever. Because I know deep in my heart what's possible. I know deep in my heart the life I've lived up until this point. And at some points it feels like a fucking dream, bro. It feels like a blur. Same way when I'm purposely, like I said, writing things down and tracking things, that it might seem almost schizophrenic of like, why are you putting so much effort and attachment to it? But again, I've already made the point, so not to mulch over the same things I'm already saying, but a simple case of articulating my thoughts to myself that obviously I can extrapolate and make YouTube videos on, but also to keep myself on the straight and narrow and knowing I know I'm not crazy, bruv, because things that I've been saying, and then like I said, things I was working on, like this idea of manifesting this or that or whatever, and this weird roller coaster of events that as I feel so overly conscious every single day of like every little thing, and then I'm doing the breath work, I'm doing the meditation, I'm doing the hard physical training, I'm retaining my sexual energy, transmuting the energy, I'm getting in nature and feeling like I'm literally like almost at an exact point with standing where an ancestor in this past lineage, or even my own conscious mind in a past avatar life was stood, and that connection and all the power that comes with it and all the wisdom that comes with it. So again, I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit as well. I'm not, but I am, so it is what it is. This is what I do a lot of the time as well, bro. I make notes, and then sometimes once I get going, I'll just keep myself going, and I might not even touch on some of them. But one thing I will say, in the last couple of weeks as well, from looking back on my notes, remembering some of the stuff I spoke about in older videos, watching older videos. Again, quick shameless plug. I normally say at the end of a video, but my Instagram is linked down below, so is my Patreon. £5 a month, you can see all my older videos. Every now and then, like I say, I like to keep my channel, you know, clean cut and concise. I like to trim the fat, if you like, yeah. Relate it to the gym. Yeah, don't need any excess bits of fat. So every now and then I'm like, okay, cool, that can go on my Patreon. I can still monetize that if people want to, you know, put their hard-earned money in my pocket for the simple case of supporting the channel. If anything I've said has helped. And as I said, I've got the coaching tier, bruv, because in my personal life as well, and I've been doing it, so I'll continue to do it with the online coaching. My beard looks a little bit weird there, doesn't it? With the online coaching, as I said, I really do this as much as, bro, I feel fucking skinny at the minute, as much as my arm don't even look too bad on that angle. I might watch it back and be like, right, I look kind of scrawny, but hey, because I know since January, apart from the 2 leg days I did in January, I've only done Muay Thai, MMA, boxing, classes, and then the training around that, and running or walking, yeah, just 10 toes, which I don't even count as really exercise to a degree, because to me that's just life. But again, 13 minutes. Well, I'll probably cap it about half an hour at this video, so I'm almost halfway in anyway. You can see anyway how long this video is. Moving on again. Yeah, I'll go on to that point. As I was saying, when I look back on my notes and then the videos from older times, some that are on the channel, some that are on the Patreon, some are straight up deleted eventually as the channel purges happen. But I rewatched it was my first self-delusion, you know, don't want to say the word, but prevention video, yeah. Overcoming depression, I'll say that, because they may or may not flag that, but whatever. And it's funny because that was October 2022, and I say in the video, I'm like, with my current 0 subscribers, and I just laughed to myself when I watched it the other week, and I was just like, this is exactly what I'm saying, because even in that moment I knew, of course, if I keep chipping away at a YouTube channel, of course you'll get subscribers. Your average fucking run-of-the-mill person will be like, oh, well, yeah, you know, but then they won't do it for themselves if they wanted to. You get what I'm saying? So again, stuck at it, is what it is, we already know. And at this moment in time, I'm on 57, is it? 56, 57, I think it's 57 subscribers. I was going to make the joke soon to be 1 million, but it is what it is, man. However many I'll get one day, quite frankly, it's irrelevant, because as I've always said, it's about putting out the information, putting out the wisdom, the knowledge that, as I always say, doesn't come from me. It comes from this higher power, these higher sources that we can all tap into. through, as I said, as a man specifically, retaining your sexual energy, but just as a human, quote unquote, but as an immortal soul in this matrix simulation through certain breathwork practices and the meditation. And that's something I'll get onto this video. The next point I'll get onto in this video, because that is something I did want to touch on. Again, same way I'm saying there's topics I'm touching on, I'm saying this, I'm saying that, but if you really want something that's going to help you, and that's what I'm doing my best to do in more recent times, as much as I said, like I did earlier in the video, having a couple of weeks off between YouTube videos, but obviously, you know, personal life, things going on, is what it is. At the bare minimum, when you strip everything away, something I did a long time ago, and I continuously do every now and then, hence why I say about making the notes. But for the people watching this, and again, male or female, obviously for the man them, retain your energy, yeah. Don't need to be mulching over that, I don't need to keep repeating myself with that. Again, specifically for that, anyway, it's all good, isn't it? I can't moan because it is late in the afternoon, the weather's nice, people are going to come to the park, aren't they? But anyway, let me focus. Something I said it in an older video, and like I said, when I sometimes go down memory lane, specifically to try and, like I said, not just to, like I'm enjoying the sound of my own voice, but to remember some of the things I've said, and then it's like, oh, okay, I can extrapolate from that and articulate that in a better point in a future video. But something I said in older videos, sitting down, muting everything out, getting a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and write everything down. I've obviously spoke about already in this video with my own, you know, a big massive book of A4 pages that I'm literally every single day, not even every day, sometimes I miss a couple of days, whatever, but writing shit down, excuse me. But even for just this thought exercise, sitting down, wherever it may be, maybe you're in the car somewhere, maybe you finish work, school, university, whatever, and as I said, anything I've been saying, it's been helping, but you really want to get to the point of, like I said, the reason why I am daring and having the bollocks, not to big myself up, but really and truly, let's be honest, bro, having the bollocks to look this camera lens in the eye, like I'm looking you in the eye, and say, I am a professional fighter. Yeah, it is FJTV, Fitness Journeys TV, Fitness Journeys, the name of my personal training and online coaching fitness brand. The same way that anagram could be re-articulated as Fighting Journey or Fighter Josh, or pick a million other examples, because as I said, I really do this, and it's a case of figuring out for myself. And as I said earlier in the video, not to be like all destiny and brr, but one often meets his destiny on the path he takes to avoid it. Yeah, the amount of times I'm getting my goosebumps as I'm talking right now, because I know I'm tapped in and I'm dialed in on what I'm saying, but without distracting myself and taking it off the tangent. Even when I was first on the YouTube channel, like I said, 2 years ago, in 2022, when I slowly stopped doing the Muay Thai and started, yeah, full-time bodybuilder and brr, and yeah, it's FJTV, okay, build my coaching and brr. But then, as I said, I realised I was going down a path that I don't truly want to walk. And anytime I do the psychedelic breath work, anytime I do the meditation or the meditative practices, or even just when I'm in that, like, you know, your heart's pounding, whether I've got caffeine in me or not, in a training session, I'm heavy breathing, then I nasal breathe and focus my energy and focus here. And then I ask myself, and I look at the world around me, the simulation around me, and then I do ask myself, okay, everyone's saying, yeah, break out the matrix with money and and this, that, and all these points, and everyone's just a talking head and they're saying a million and one things. What does Josh want? What does my heart truly resonate with? And I knew what it was. I knew what I'd been walking away from. So again, not to keep getting on tangents or dragging myself off on different points, but bringing it back to what I was saying, when you focus that energy, sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and write the shit down, and write down where are you at in your life. As much as, okay, immortal soul in a simulation, time is an illusion, but write down the date, make a note of the time. It's not really relevant, but in a future time it may become relevant. And write the shit down. This is my routine. Monday, let's say Monday to Friday, if you do a typical 9 to 5 or day job, because that's an easy example. But Monday to Sunday, what does your routine look like? And hey man, if it's always switching up power to you, yeah? But what does your current lifestyle look like, yeah? Then, draw a line. So we've got left and the right. What are you trying to get to? Maybe it's moving out and getting your own house. Okay, cool. We all know money and blah, 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 blah. But let's put that to one side. We can put money on there as well. But again, when you put the materialistic shite to one side, bruv, yeah? Because like all things, it's just a tool. But as I said, we don't dwell in the physical, yeah? We're immortal souls. It's a spiritual energy that I said in an older video, bro. No matter what these dark forces try and do, they can't even grab hold of the energy that makes us up, bro. Do you know how powerful that makes you, bro? Yeah? Like I said, male or female, because you're an immortal soul. But I really did start this channel to help my fellow brothers out there, because I know how it feels. I know how you feel when you relapse, when you know the truth. I know how it feels when shit seems to be going against you and you're trying to be positive. You're trying to be a good friend, a good son, a good boyfriend. So maybe if you got a relationship going on, or maybe you just got broken up with, mate. Hey, man, that was part of my awakening too, bro, because I was like, okay, let me almost peel off the skin of the old version of myself. Because it is constant evolution. But again, I know I'm getting hyper. I know I'm going to start weaving off on different tangents. Let me recalibrate the energy. And as I said, we're writing shit down. Where are you trying? Do or do not. There is no try. Where are you getting to? Yeah. What will be the manifestation and the culmination of events in your life? Okay, not everything's going to be, you know, overly predictable. Not everything's going to be like a little sort of, this happened, then this happened, then this 20 years old, 30, 40, 50, dead. Yeah. But ask yourself, what are you really trying to experience, bro? What do you really want to see out of these eyes, bro? Because the same way, again, when I get deep on this spiritual stuff, I realise sometimes it is a case of, bro, you need to put that phone screen down, that TV screen down, and just look at the world around you. And I get it. It's easy to think to yourself, well, I do that, you know. This phone technology, and yeah, I go to work, and I go to the gym, and yeah, I know SR, so yeah, I'm going to retain my energy. But we all get pulled into the same little negative rabbit holes. We all get pulled into the same, almost like a spinning vortex of negativity, like you're at a children's playhouse thing and you go down the slide. And really, you know, you got to be climbing that ladder. That's a funny little anecdote that just popped in my mind. But you get what I'm saying, bruv, yeah? You know what's at the end of that slide, yeah? You know what's at the end of that rabbit hole. You don't need to be, same way, okay, let's use the example of going on a night out, eating the shit food, putting the poison in you, whether you smoke or otherwise, hey man. I'm seeing way too many people from that age to fucking old as fuck smoking them vapes. That was a habit that I said to myself, I got no business doing that. I feel like a fucking NPC when I'm doing that, yeah? But putting that to one side. And then you go down the negative spirals. But again, let me bring it back and refocus. Because once it gets to half an hour, I know it's time for me to go gym. And I'm feeling, I was doing my best to be caffeine detoxing. But shit, man. This is day 2 of the detox. I said to myself, let me go for an extended period of time. But as soon as I went to the shop and I bought a meal deal, my UK people will know, and I'm looking at what I've bought and I'm like, right, this is kind of like when I did it that other time. And then I look back on my notes and I'm rereading stuff, and I'm rereading them pages upon pages, and all the stuff I made a note of, all the stuff where I put the anagram IK, YK as in I know you know. Because when I reread certain things, like me talking to myself, I know you know this, yeah? But sometimes I do jot down the same sort of things or similar things, and then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I've said this before, I already know this point, whatever. But again, bringing it back, like I said, make the notes and write down where are you going, because the current path has a natural, like I said, bro, the time will pass regardless, yeah? If you keep going on your current routine, your life's just going to keep going. And again, I'm not saying that in a negative sense. We all know that. That's basic human level shit, basic human level understanding. It's the same way for me. I apologise if I keep sniffing and my ear just popped doing that. But the weather's getting nicer. I know I need to change my diet in a certain way because I don't want to be having hay fever this summer. But put that to one side. I'm nearly finished. Like I said, the second it got to the end of last year and all the crazy whirlwind it's been. Like I said, for the past 2 years with the YouTube channel, 2 years with the YouTube channel, but even the last 12 months of when that book, when I first started writing in it, because like I said, it was from May 2023, because obviously I was writing notes in another book, but that's, again, tangent and random waffle. Saying to myself, all the stuff that's happened and all the wisdom and then remembering all the stuff I already know. So again, that's the reason why it came full circle. I'm like, for the third fucking time, bro, in my life, getting back on the martial arts training. Like I said, really getting back on it and really being consistent with it. As much as I said last few weeks, wasn't as consistent with my training. Times when I'm saying to myself, I've got no business doing nothing, as in physical activity for the day. Even if it's going for a walk, to me, that's bare minimum basic stuff, yeah. But again, that's why, again, having the bollocks to say professional fighter, because I know it's like, okay, what do I really want to experience? And not even really want to. What I know, it's just naturally going to happen because the way things have gone and the way my life is and the way I feel on a daily basis, no matter what happens when I do the meditation, no matter what happens when I do the breath work, no matter what happens when... Did I say I did the training or did I say I did the meditation? But even if I've repeated myself, but yeah, whether I'm on a good diet or not, as I said, man, every single day I'm conscious and I'm breathing and I'm walking around in this simulated reality, knowing on a deeper level, yeah, I am an immortal soul. Again, quick little anecdote, bruv. This might seem really stupid, but bruv, when I catch my reflection, and obviously I've got a trim, so my beard looks lined up, as there's a bee on the side of my car staring at us. That looks like it's inside. No, it's not inside the car, is it? That's what I was going to say. There was a time in my life, bruv, yeah, where I couldn't grow a full face beard yet. I had a stash and the goatee combo. Now again, I happily admit I was younger. We could talk about testosterone all we want, but it was almost as if as soon as I made a point in my mind of like, I don't believe like there's a person next to me who's the age I am right now saying, yeah, you're probably like me, bro. Yeah, you'll never have a full beard like same as me, bro. It's no matter, you can shave or you don't shave. Yeah, it's never going to come through. And I remember thinking to myself, that's you, bro. That's not me. And I know this might seem like a really weird tangent, but it popped in my head the other day when you could call it vain or you want, but after getting a trim and I sort of caught my reflection, I was like, sometimes I forget, bro, because there was times when I'd load up this camera, bro, and I'm looking crazy, long hair, don't care, long beard, because I'd go and I'd be doing whatever last year, again, not to dwell on things. I know this video, I'm going to watch this back like I do when I chop it up for the shorts, and there's going to be times when I'm like, bro, just speak what you're talking about, stop getting on tangents. But I get it, I've got a little bit of caffeine in me after having almost 2 days off, so my mind is going to be going a little bit, and it is almost time to go and train and use that energy. But bro, it was like as soon as I said to myself, I was like, nah, fuck that, I don't believe that. Then it was just something clicked to my mind, a load of crazy things were going on. That first lockdown, the breakup I was going for at the time, almost like I said, bro, like you're peeling that old layer of skin off yourself. I don't want to say a reptile because we know the connotation that brings, but yeah, man, like a snake shedding its skin, and we're always evolving, and that's something I'll quickly touch on, bro. Same with the semen retention, same with the ism. That's something that, again, I've started listening to the music from back of the day, because when I go for the notes, I'm seeing I've wrote down about a song and I'm writing something down. I'm like, oh yeah, let me put that playlist on. Then I'm hearing stuff and I'm like, oh fucking yeah. I'm remembering stuff I thought, and then I'm articulating it with the same, not the same, with new information. There is nothing new, but life experiences, yeah. It's nearly time to lock up the video, so I will in a second. But like I'm saying, bro, with the ism and how it relates to women and the female attraction and the synchronicity and the reason why it goes hand in hand with the semen retention, as much as I'm an immortal soul, like I said in my 2 most recent videos, it was a part 1 and a part 2, immortal souls as masculine men in a matrix simulation. As always, that was it. Knowing that I'm in a process and it is the evolution, so it is a constant state and a constant conscious effort to be improving. And the same way I watched the film Fight Club the other day, and there's a quote in there where it's like, self-improvement is masturbation. They'll do that sometimes, but they'll get the, protagonist to say something negative, and then they'll get the villain to say something positive, because it's, duality, and we know things are inverted, but I'll leave that where it is. But at the end of the day, but like I said, evolution, real evolution, not the nonsense they're trying to put on us, because we are in a simulated reality. I've got notes to talk about other stuff, but I'm going to leave it up there because I know I'm dragging this one on a little bit. Whether this is a self-improvement vlog or whether I'll just put the title as sort of like a recap or whatnot. Well, shit, man, it's May, so almost 2 years on YouTube. But yeah, I'll leave the video there. I feel like I backed myself into a corner a little bit. we'll leave the video there. Let me have a quick drink. I'll do a little recap, not a recap, little conclusion, then it's time to go. And I got a horrible feeling it's later than I think it is. As I'm saying, bruv, dare to believe the bare minimum in yourself, man, yeah? Same like I said, I'm the one putting myself out there on the internet. I don't want to keep saying like I'm patting myself on the back because, like I said, from 2 years ago, bruv, I was still dragging my heels to start this because I know what happens when I do this. I know where it leads. But I also know the life I am living. So that it's easy, I said it time ago, but I'll say it again just to wrap up this video. The easiest thing I could do is just, as I was doing last year for one reason or another, but when I just was pushing away from everything, still entertaining the negative side of the matrix here and there, but just trying to withdraw from everything and wanting to just go off like a hermit, like a crazy old man, and just go off into the wilderness and just leave me the fuck alone. But I understand that is not the way, because there's too much in here and ultimately too much out there that I know I've got to put certain responsibilities onto my shoulders. I was going to say baggage, but we don't speak negatively. Certain responsibilities that are on my shoulders that, shit man, it's still a choice, because all of this is a choice, yeah? Same like I said, this YouTube channel,